Hello friends, welcome to my Princess Diana channel. Before moving on to the video, if you are not subscribed to my channel, do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, so let's move on to the video. Prince Harry's intelligence may be questioned, but Meghan is not to be underestimated. Rumors swirl about Meghan plotting to seize royal property. Intriguingly, have you a fondness for watching movies? Perhaps those where individuals shape a nation's destiny? If familiar, you shall appreciate today's message. For those unacquainted, I encourage viewing the full video for a narrative that blurs fantasy and reality. While compiling this content, the surreal sensation was unshakable. Formerly believed to seek fame and wealth, Meghan's motives are more sinister. The unfolding truth reveals her desire to reform the royal family after marrying Harry. Now in the US, a biographer hints that Meghan's true self is becoming evident to Americans. The reality is staggering, her aim to restructure the institution post-wedding. The royal family's unease with Meghan as a daughter-in-law is palpable. Speculations from her fellow Americans add to doubts about her grand plans, akin to a tale plucked from fantasy but envisioned as a reality by Meghan. Perhaps, as an actress, she nurtures dreams of starring in grand productions, leading to her paranoia seeping into real life. To the royal family, she holds minimal significance. What fantasies drive Meghan's conviction that she can overthrow the monarchy? Even with countless lifetimes of practice, she would still fall short. Andrew Loney, the author of Traitor King, suggested that her upbringing in a troubled family marred by oppression has instilled a profound distaste for society, fostering her craving for power. Meghan seeks vengeance against those who have harmed her. What a sorrowful narrative. Moreover, Meghan is frequently compared to Wallis Simpson, the former Duchess of Windsor. Both were aspiring American actresses who married into the royal family, leading their spouses to step back from senior royal duties shortly after. The most notable similarity between these two women lies in their inclination for manipulation, tarnishing their husbands' reputations. Nevertheless, Meghan seems to surpass Wallis Simpson in malice. Her scheming and deceit position her as unmatched. Meghan's spiteful disposition will forever go unrivaled. Allow me to elaborate on this issue, as it necessitates clarification. Initially, the majority of Americans were unaware of her existence, viewing her solely as a minor character in a relatively unknown Canadian television show. However, as information about her blossoming relationship with Harry surfaced, so did the unsavory details of her past actions. It was disclosed that she cold-heartedly ended her first marriage by mailing back her rings, subsequently engaging in a romance with Harry while still involved with a partner from Canada. Furthermore, she heartlessly abandoned her loyal father, a man who had always supported her. Certainly, she represents a clear contrast to the typical girl next door, lacking any hint of moral integrity. Her behavior is motivated not by goodness, but by an unquenchable desire for praise and admiration. Harry, perhaps aware of Meghan's true character, hesitates to confront his misjudgment. He abandoned the security and privilege of his royal heritage, enticed by the false assurances of a woman whose intentions he refuses to acknowledge. Regret may soon overshadow his decision to turn his back on his roots, but the acknowledgement of such a truth would bring about a humiliation he cannot bear. Thus, Harry finds himself trapped in his own self-made dilemma, with no way out. His greatest mistake was putting his trust in Meghan's sweet words, a folly he will forever regret. Meghan, on the other hand, holds grand illusions of using Harry's royal standing to accumulate wealth through marriage. Her extravagant wedding schemes, aimed at filling her pockets, have now failed, leaving her to sell homemade jams to avoid poverty. How much wealth will satisfy her unending desires? Her lavish lifestyle and love for extravagant celebrations contradict her claims of nobility. Having abandoned her royal ties and wasted her riches, she now faces the harsh consequences of her greed, bound by the chains of financial ruin. Farewell to both Harry and Meghan, embodying the archetype of the deceiving swindler, benefiting from fame without contributing anything of value to society. Their sense of entitlement stemming from their royal ties must be promptly cut off to prevent further harm to the unsuspecting public. Let us join together in demanding that the royal family strip them of their titles, thus preventing any more misfortune caused by their actions. Sadly, Harry and Meghan have sparked widespread animosity, intensifying global disdain through their behavior. They wasted a chance to use their influence for good, instead choosing to use their royal status for personal profit without concern for the consequences. Meghan's ambitious plans have crumbled before her eyes, highlighting the unchanging laws of karma. Isn't it a remarkable parallel? Jam, that overly sweet delight, bears a remarkable resemblance to Meghan herself. Its sickly sweetness, much like her attitude, clings to everything it touches, attracting a horde of opportunistic pests. Indulging excessively in it risks leading to a sickening feeling. Similar to Meghan, it spreads thickly, concealing its artificial nature under a veneer of charm. As for me, I stand as a barrier against the spread of all things related to Meghan, fueled not only by a deep-rooted aversion towards her but also by my refusal to contribute my hard-earned money to her, knowing the havoc she causes for the innocent people of the UK. Indeed, the similarities between Meghan and confections are striking. Could her supposedly delightful jam actually conceal a sinister secret, much like the harmful impact of opium? Is she scheming to trap unsuspecting customers in a cycle of dependency, all the while pretending to be innocent? Recent findings have uncovered the extent of her deceit, leaving no question about her true character. Let me provide you with numerous examples, although time only allows a brief glimpse into her treachery. Consider, if you will, the elaborate performances that substitute for their daily activities. From the extravagant show at the American U.S. Polo Championship to the facade of the charity polo match, where success is achieved through manipulation rather than authenticity, each occasion is carefully orchestrated to enhance their public image. Their venture into culinary endeavors also exudes a sense of artificiality, as they engage acquaintances in a calculated effort to seek attention and acclaim. However, despite their attempts at deception, discerning individuals see through the charade, exposing their schemes as mere folly. It is evident that Meghan lacks the wisdom of a prudent individual. Mistakenly interpreting the royal family's patience as a sign of weakness, she believed herself to be the sole standard of intellect, oblivious to the presence of experienced professionals and established customs. In the face of opposition, her reaction was not one of self-reflection or modesty but of childishness and blame. Her exit from the royal circle, rather than a graceful withdrawal, was tarnished by unfounded allegations and spiteful defamation, a reflection of her own arrogance and imprudence. In reality, Meghan's lofty ambitions are merely a whimsical illusion. She is insignificant compared to the grandeur of royalty. Her aspirations for revolution are nothing but a whimsical daydream. To aspire to establish a new institution is akin to chasing after impossible dreams, a monumental folly. Let her continue dreaming and indulge in her fantasies, for soon reality will jolt her awake from her reverie. As for us, let us shun ambition and embrace integrity, lest we fall prey to the seduction of conceit and deception. We will discuss next the insatiable greed of the self-centered Meghan that results in dire consequences, particularly affecting her children Archie and Lily. This concern extends beyond mere royal scandal, as it is the innocent children who suffer the consequences of their mother's selfish manipulations. The well-being of these children, particularly little Lily at the tender age of 2, is a subject of great concern. Trapped in their mother's narcissistic web, they are repeatedly taken advantage of for her own public relations pursuits. Meanwhile, their father, consumed by addiction, shows little care for their welfare. Bereft of the protective support of the royal family, these children endure in seclusion, lacking the family connections and privileges deserving of their lineage. The question arises, will they one day come into the royal privileges that await them as they mature? Will Lily, 7th in line to the throne, have the chance to wear a royal tiara on her wedding day? Throughout history, royal tiaras have symbolized lineage and grandeur passed down through generations. Yet, for Lily, the possibility of such royal adornment remains uncertain. Might she be denied this treasured privilege, a casualty of her parents' tumultuous departure from royal responsibilities? Reflect on the examples set by past princesses who have worn tiaras steeped in history and tradition. From Princess Beatrice's Queen Mary's diamond-fringed tiara to Princess Eugenie's Greville emerald Kokoshnik crown, these prized possessions stand as a tribute to the enduring heritage of the British monarchy. In Lily's case, her future is cloaked in uncertainty. Legal constraints dictate her journey to matrimony, raising doubts about the likelihood of a royal wedding. Moreover, concerns about King Charles's failing health further complicate matters, prompting questions regarding the timing and circumstances surrounding Lily's potential marriage. In a possible scenario, Lily might accelerate her wedding preparations due to King Charles's impending passing. In this situation, she may aim to take advantage of the focus on the ailing king to solidify her position as the favored granddaughter. However, the question remains, will Lily be able to wear a royal tiara on her wedding day? It seems unlikely that Princess Lily will have the opportunity to wear the Spencer tiara, as the Spencer family is hesitant to share it with outsiders. Without a British background, Lily might miss out on this important tradition, potentially making her wedding day lack the royal grandeur expected of someone from her lineage. The uncertainty looms over Princess Lily's future, overshadowed by her parents' tumultuous exit from royal life. While the allure of a royal tiara may not be within reach for Lily, one can only hope that she will find comfort in her family and their enduring traditions. Harry probably never thought much about the Spencer tiara or the tiaras worn by women in his family until Meghan, with her unique affinity for tiaras, came into his life. Harry's main focus seems to be on status and financial gain, showing little interest in jewelry except to please Meghan. He may view the tiara as rightfully belonging to his mother, Princess Diana, and therefore to him. It's possible that he is influenced by Meghan's desires regarding the tiara. Meghan clearly understands Harry's sense of entitlement. However, the chances of Lily receiving the Spencer tiara are slim, as it is expected to be passed down to Charlotte. William would likely buy it for Charlotte rather than it being given to her as a gift. If the article is accurate and William and his uncle had a close relationship, perhaps he would have considered lending it to them for Charlotte's wedding if he were still alive when the time came. Furthermore, consider the scenario where this article could be a scheme devised by Earl Spencer in response to Meghan's request for the tiara. It would certainly be interesting. Unless Earl Spencer is facing significant financial difficulties, it is improbable that they would sell the family tiara. Preserving the tiara within the family likely holds a sense of pride due to its connection with Diana. If the tiara were to be sold, William would probably be the purchaser given his familial connections and Diana's legacy. Should Lily wish to wear the tiara, her father would need to acquire or rent one for her. With Charles unlikely to be present at her future wedding and William unlikely to lend historical jewels to a stranger, it seems improbable for Lily to wear the tiara. Furthermore, Lily is not a Spencer, and the family is not familiar enough with her to loan her the tiara. Additionally, it is highly improbable that Charlotte will inherit it, as the next Earl will likely take ownership. It's important to note that one does not necessarily have to be royalty to wear a tiara. Modern etiquette suggests that a tiara can be worn for the first time at the age of 18, typically by a bride. However, with society shifting towards more casual attire and fewer formal events where tiaras are suitable, Lady Lily may find limited opportunities to wear one. Should Lily decide to stay in California and choose a relaxed wedding venue, a tiara might seem out of place. Nevertheless, if she inherits her mother's fashion sense, she may prefer a simpler adornment such as a jeweled coronet for beachside occasions. Unfortunately, Lily will not enjoy the privileges of nobility due to her parents' greed. She will not receive anything from the royal family, no tiara, no access to royal grounds. While Todger may believe his children deserve grand taxpayer-funded weddings at St. Paul's in Westminster, with William on the throne by then, such events for those not directly in line are unlikely. Beatrice and Eugenie were the last non-working royals to have such weddings. When it comes to her future wedding, my wish for Lily is a celebration surrounded by loving family and friends. If Meghan and Harry do not change their ways, almost anyone else has a better chance of marrying into the family. Even a Make-A-Wish kid would stand a better chance. Titling and ennobling the children was cruel because they are unlikely to rise beyond their proximity to royalty. If Meghan wishes for Lily to don a tiara, a new one will have to be specially made for her, reminiscent of the gesture made by Ferguson's parents. Yet without establishing a bond with Archie and Lily, it is improbable that Lily will ever wear a tiara. Sending a tiara to America presents various logistical challenges, which include security measures. Moreover, Lily's connection to the monarch would not be akin to that of Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. Their tiara-wearing tradition stemmed not from their place in the line of succession, but rather from their closeness to the monarch. Given that Lily will be getting married during King William's reign and will only be his niece, the likelihood of her wearing a tiara from the royal family is low. In an exceptional circumstance where the royal family displays generosity, even if Lily is born through a surrogate, she would still be recognized as Harry's child and King Charles's grandchild. If Lily were brought up in the UK, had a strong tie with her father's family, and held her wedding there, Lady Lily Diana might be lent a tiara by either Queen Camilla or Queen Catherine. However, this could only happen if Meghan's involvement does not disrupt the situation. Lily wouldn't necessarily have to be in Los Angeles to wear a tiara from the royal collection, she would just need to earn trust. Nonetheless, the prospect of King Charles summoning Meghan and Harry back to England this summer raises uncertainties. It is plausible that King Charles might demand a DNA test to confirm the children's lineage. If confirmed, it could result in royal privileges for the children. Nevertheless, the possibility of King Charles extending such an invitation is questionable, taking into account his health and the family's current dilemmas. This may not be the opportune moment to address concerns about the children. Nevertheless, if King Charles is truly concerned about the children, insisting on their upbringing in the UK to preserve their prince and princess titles could be a direct way to ensure their safety. It's improbable that they would lose their titles, as Meghan would likely bring or send them to the UK rather than risk the titles being revoked. Harry and Meghan Markle's relentless criticism of the British royal family, including baseless accusations and harmful defamation, has steered them down a drastically different path from what was initially foreseen. Their actions have not only clouded their own future but also endangered the privileges that their children might have enjoyed within the monarchy. Meghan's strongly ingrained narcissistic tendencies drive her towards an unyielding quest for power and control, extending her influence over every aspect of their lives, including the upbringing of Harry's children. It's plausible that she harbors anxiety about the inevitable comparisons that will be made between her parenting abilities and those of Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge. This apprehension likely arises from the sharp contrast that could emerge when comparing the behaviors and achievements of George, Charlotte, and Louise with those of Harry's children. The current circumstances necessitate King Charles to firmly establish his control and influence within the monarchy. Considering his recent health problems, he has probably developed a deeper understanding of the crucial importance of maintaining a clear and orderly line of succession. Consequently, it is only appropriate that Meghan and Harry's offspring are afforded the same rights and benefits as their royal counterparts. Charles could choose to assert his authority by officially seeking verification of Meghan and Harry's children's existence. This could involve extending a formal invitation for them to visit Balmoral, one of the esteemed royal residences. Failure of Archie and Lily to acknowledge or decline this invitation may cast doubt on their rightful place in the line of succession, potentially necessitating a reassessment of their status within the royal family hierarchy. It is crucial for Meghan and Harry to cease their ongoing criticisms of the royal family and, instead, focus on recognizing and appreciating the kindness and support they have received. By doing so, they not only stand to gain personal peace and stability but also help foster a more harmonious environment within royal circles. Additionally, should Archie and Lily truly exist, their well-being and future prospects would greatly benefit from a cessation of hostilities and a return to familial unity. With King Charles set to ascend the throne, it is increasingly important for him to establish a connection with his successors. As the head of the monarchy, he bears the responsibility of nurturing unity and continuity within the royal lineage, ensuring a seamless transfer of power and upholding the institution's integrity for future generations. That's it for our video, my friends. I hope you have liked it. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, and like the video. If you haven't done so yet, if you want to be first to be informed about my content, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on notifications. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself and stay healthy. I'll see you in the next one.